Hello and welcome to the Channel 1 Newsroom from our studios at number 5 Ola Hanson Lane at Tessano here in the Greater Accra region. I am Vivian Kai, local coming up. Health Minister gives 1-week ultimatum on Ridge Hospital assault probe.
After my visit, we have constituted a committee to investigate the matter within a week, and then the law takes its own course.
Also coming up in today's bulletin, IGP engages parties on election security as EC prepares for Akwetia votes.
Electoral Commission on our part, we indicated that we are ready. As at now, we are going to start printing of ballots from tomorrow. Recruitment has already been done. We have procured all the materials required for the elections.
Still in today's bulletin, Deputy Ranking Member of Parliament's Public Accounts Committee demands prosecution of civil servants cited in Auditor General's report.
And then for them, what do? They recommend refund the money. If the person refund the money, what is the deterrent to the people? People can have that look that at the end of the day, when I embezzle money, they will ask me to refund. And for me, in my personal view, they must be cited for prosecution.
Devastating blaze at carpentry shop leaves 2 dead in Sunyani.
Yes, sorry, no one you see them one in a. Yes, sorry, I never had a cry at Edwin and Yadi. Near Possia, it's beaten and in any patria to key and I can you mean, also know the other room, next with that room for. Now, as a form to add your own
in Channel 1 business. Government coupon payments and the domestic debt exchange program reached 19.4 billion Ghana cedis after fresh 9.7 billion Ghana cedis disbursement. And in Channel 1 Sports. Former England international Wayne Rooney calls for tougher sanctions as racism mars Premier League opener. Thank you for joining us. Let's bring you details of our stories. We'll start with the Health Minister because he has given a 1-week ultimatum to a newly formed committee to investigate the recent assault on health workers at the Greater Accra Regional Hospital. He revealed this while addressing the media after receiving a delegation from the German Development Corporation, GIZ, at his office on Tuesday. Channel 1 News' Manuel Ayama reports.
The meeting explored key challenges confronting the health sector, including infrastructure gaps, retooling, and vaccine production. The German Development Corporation pledged support for several initiatives with special emphasis on strengthening and modernizing the Food and Drugs Authority.
We intend to upgrade and modernize the Food and Drugs Authority's data center and also to set up or establish a training center for them so that it can enable them to more effectively function or play their role as a regional center for regulatory excellence.
Reacting to the proposals, Health Minister Kwabena Minta Akando stressed the urgent need for local vaccine production, describing it as vital to national health security.
I keep telling people that we learned through the harsh way during the COVID pandemic that countries were looking at us and telling us they needed to finish immunizing or vaccinating their citizens before they can get us vaccines. And so we are learning from these experiences. And so you can only help us to produce vaccines. And you see, it is not only the health aspect, it's also contribute to the economic growth of the country and on the continent.
He also highlighted the importance of retooling to enhance healthcare delivery.
The last time we did major retooling of our health facilities in this country was somewhere in 2014. And 10 years down the lane, you cannot get more than 30% of what we invested in the sector. Most of the equipment in the various health facilities are obsolete.
Meanwhile, the minister confirmed that a committee has been tasked to probe a recent attack on health staff at the Ridge Hospital within 1 week. This comes after a video surfaced showing a confrontation between some relatives of a patient and medical personnel.
Yesterday, I was there personally and interacted with the health workers. One of the reasons why I went there was to reassure them of our commitment and support, to energize them to go back to their wards and work. Because I realized that they were down-spirited and they were demoralized. And so I had to quickly go there and then encourage them to do more, to work more and assure them of a thorough investigation into the matter. So after my visit, we have constituted a committee to investigate the matter within a week, and then the law takes its own course.
From issues of vaccine production, retooling, among others, the health minister also called for partnerships that would explore other areas in order to solve the varied challenges affecting the health sector. Reporting for Channel 1 News, I am Manuel Ayama.
Away from that, and the Office of the Special Prosecutor has dismissed as false and misleading reports suggesting that the Federal Bureau of Investigations, that's the FBI, found no evidence of corruption and subsequently cleared former Sanitation Minister Cecilia Binadapa. In a public notice issued on Tuesday, August 19, the OSP said some media outlets had inaccurately reported that the FBI, quote, found no evidence of corruption, unquote, or, quote, no direct evidence of corruption, unquote, while others went as far as to claim that the Bureau had, quote, cleared Mrs. Dapa, unquote. According to the OSP, its report only stated that, quote, no direct and immediate evidence of corruption was found, unquote. Now, a defined legal standard, which it stressed is materially different from blanket phrases such as, quote, no evidence, unquote, or, quote, cleared, unquote. Now, the OSP further explained that its investigations uncovered strong indications of suspected money laundering and structuring, which fall directly under the mandate of the Economic and Organized Crime Office. That's the EOCO. To some troubling story, and 2 persons have died in a devastating fire that razed a carpentry shop at Penkwase, a suburb of Sunyani East Municipality in the Bono region. The Ghana National Fire Service has launched investigations into the incident, while the remains of the victims have been deposited at the Sunyani Teaching Hospital morgue. Channel 1 News' Michael Sapon info with details.
A late-night inferno swept through a carpentry shop at Penkwase in the Sunyani East Municipality, killing 2 individuals. The deceased, identified as Regan Kofi Etrahine and Al-Hassan Sharif Majid, were trapped inside the building structure and could not escape. Their bodies have since been conveyed to the Sunyani Teaching Hospital morgue. Eyewitnesses say the fire started around midnight. The Bono region has so far recorded 158 fire outbreaks since the beginning of the year, sparking growing concern over fire safety in the area. One of the workers at the shop, Zachary Abdul Malik, who was at the scene, narrated the ordeal.
Yes, sorry, now on you see a demo in yes, sorry, I never had your cry at Edwin Yadi, near Possia, it's beaten and in any patria to be and I can you mean also know the other room, next to that room for. As a form to add your own Tiana want to meet you.
Rahel Duku, brother of the shop owner, also shared her account of the tragic incident.
I'm about 12. I'm a neighbor back on the bomb. There's a fire, there's a fire. ti nyame ya adoma me bie pono no pono no ko ye de nyame ya adoma metim bie pem no bie me do abonje se jana tosi asi mi bra shop iso ati asi mi die no ya wo ye ho hwie nye ye na mra ntie makoma ko 5 na wo da shop no ti me nsa de mo da ni mu na me so da office mo ti me nsa de no se pono na ye yinto ti mu bo modia fo so bu pono no bie na me no na wo chire de na nem se e fom ene ne manama wo no ntino bisi na do so manti manya kai.
Meanwhile, the Bono Regional Commander of the Ghana National Fire Service, ACFO2, Cesar Ado, says investigations are underway to establish the exact cause of the blaze.
I was there myself in the night to at least encourage the deceased and then the owner of the workshop. We have started the investigation and we are even getting a clue to what has happened. So we just want to assure the people that they should rest assured. Investigations are going on and the bare facts should be laid before everybody, so nobody should have any fears at all. You see, we need to take care of the way we use our electrical appliances. It is a major concern to us. We buy these items for the purpose, but we actually forget about the reason for which we even acquired them.
The bodies of the 2 persons who lost their lives in the fire incident have been sent to the Sunyani Teaching Hospital morgue. For Channel 1 News, Michael Saponifum, Sunyani.
Let's move away from that. And the Electoral Commission, that's the EC, has confirmed that the printing of ballot papers for the upcoming Akwetia parliamentary by-election will officially commence on Wednesday, August 20. This was announced after the Inspector General of Police, IGP, convened a crucial meeting on Tuesday with representatives of political parties to discuss preventive measures against election-related violence and key security arrangements for the upcoming poll. The Commission's Director of Electoral Services, Benjamin Banoboy, spoke to the media on its preparedness.
Indicated that we are ready. As at now, we are going to start printing of ballots from tomorrow. Recruitment has already been done. We have procured all the materials required for the elections. And so we are ready. Political parties also raise issues concerning security, and the police, led by the IGP, has assured us that there will be effective security to ensure that voters go about their normal duties on the D-Day in a very peaceful manner. And therefore, the people should have trust in the system. And nobody is going to intimidate anybody. What happened in Abrikoma North was raised, but the police assured us that that is a thing of the past, and that they are on the ground. They are going to ensure that nobody takes the law into his or her own hands.
So let's still stay with this story, and we are joined via Zoom for more insights by Salam Mustafa, the National Youth Organizer of the New Patriotic Party, as well as Rashid Tanko Computer, the Deputy Director of Elections and IT for the National Democratic Congress. We'll start with Alhaji Mustafa. If you can hear me, welcome to Channel 1 Newsroom.
Thank you very much, Vivienne.
Right.
I can hear you.
Great. So what were the major issues tabled at today's meeting when you met with the IGP?
Thank you very much, and good evening to all your viewers. Indeed, there was a meeting today at the invitation of the IGP to discuss security issues relative to the by-elections in Akwetia on the 2nd of September. And amongst the issues discussed, we raised our concerns, especially coming off the heels of Ablekuma by-election, where we saw some acts of violence that still remain unresolved, outstanding. The police has not been able to effect arrest and prosecution. So if there's another by-election on a much bigger scale, we would have cause to worry that the police would not be able to keep security at its optimum best, as we noticed in Ablekuma North quite recently. So we have made these concerns very, very forcefully at the meeting, and the police service have given some assurances that they will work diligently to ensure that violence does not occur in Akwitia. But as a party, we cannot take the assurances from the police in its full glory, because they are yet to show that they will be fair in dealing with issues that surround political happenings in the country.
Right.
And rightfully so, the only way we can have confidence in the system is that we see fairness at play. I have said that the police service, their motto is in service with integrity. The service we can see, but the integrity we cannot. So for them to show that they have integrity, and the integrity is part of the service, then we should see fairness play. And that's what we are waiting to see. I mean,
Right.
We cannot get up and go empty-handed with our lives entrusted to people who cannot, give us assurance that they will be able to, protect us when we are under attack.
Sure. So from what
Now,
you're
Vivian,
saying, yes. Okay,
yes,
you land, then I come in. Yeah.
What makes it dire is the fact that we have videos that hopefully, when push comes to shove, we will show that when people were under attack, especially our deputy national organizer, Chris Lloyd, the police stood unconcerned, unbothered, and unreactive. When the young man was fighting for his life, being beaten by thugs who the NDC brought there. So when we see this, and these thugs are all, they are all known and have been identified, yet the police are unable to arrest these people just because they are NDC affiliates. When you do this, when we see that the police is unconcerned, the police is unreactive, the police is unable to protect us, then you leave out with extremely no, option than to look for other sources of protection.
So what other sources of protection are you looking for on that day if you don't trust the state apparatus, which is supposed to provide ultimate protection for all of us? What other source of security do you feel will be better off than that of the state?
We will protect ourselves. We will defend
How would you
ourselves.
do that?
That, remains to be seen. Because we have done that in the past, we are able to take care of ourselves. And when you are pushed to the wall, certainly you will bounce back.
Are you bringing in private security, or you are arming yourselves?
Well, I leave that to time as we all gear up, preparing to go to Akwitia. We are hoping that the police will be able to show, again, fairness. They'll be able to show that they have integrity. And when they do, they will earn our trust. But if they are not able to earn our trust, we will not entrust our lives into their hands. Okay. We cannot do that.
So if you
Once
say
beaten, twice shy.
Fairness, they've gone to the table to assure you, which you say didn't really get to you. What action on the field on that day would you term as fairness that will make you sit at ease to trust the security?
Vivian, we are not asking for so much. We are just asking that arrest and prosecute the people who came to misbehave in Ablekumanov. That's all. We are not asking for so much. That will serve as deterrent for anyone who is coming there to misbehave. That when you do, the law will catch up with you. And I have seen the IGP, wanting to play a numbers game. We are going to put 5,000 men. The numbers are moot when the actors, don't, play ball. You understand? We have seen in Ablekumanov, the police just standing there watching Chris Lloyd being beaten. The numbers were there. It's not as if the numbers were not there. The police brought enough men and women at the elections ground. By the end of the day, it did not work. So we are not comforted by your numbers. No, your numbers come there and stand, and they have nothing to work with.
Okay.
They are just men and women dressed in fine uniform.
All right.
No arms, nothing to work with. So if they are just passers by, probably in the elections, they cannot provide security. And that is where we will take our destinies into our own hands. So it's not about 5,000 men and women that will provide security. It's about fairness. It's about being just.
Okay.
That would ensure that all of us, work with the police. But where we will come in empty-handed and be beaten, no, we will not. No. That one, it cannot happen.
All right. Well, we'll have to leave it here. Thank you so much, Salam Mustafa. He's the National Youth Organizer of the New Patriotic Party. We'll still stay with that. We'll go to the NDC. We'll speak to Rashid Tanko Computer. He's the Deputy Director of Elections and IT for the party. Mr. Tanko, thank you for joining us. Were you satisfied with the outcome of today's meeting with the police service? It appears your counterpart, the MPP, is not satisfied with the outcome.
Well, Vivian, let me say good evening to you and your cherished viewers. You see MPP and their posturing. I'm surprised at the rendition of my colleagues from the MPP. Even at the meeting today, we told them that, look, the Ghana Police Service that we have today is the same Ghana Police Service that was used for 2020 election. In fact, they even need to understand that the police service that was deployed for Ablekumanov, the 19, were the people recruited by the MPP. They recruited and trained them. They were just not the old type. They were the latest that was recruited. So the NDC, as a political party, we have not added even one recruit to the existing security architecture in Ghana. We haven't. And so if MPP today are saying that they don't have confidence in the state security, police, of who recruited, and been telling us that they have to tool them and retool them, today, just after 19 polling station election, they have lost confidence in them. Then something must be wrong with the way they recruited their police system. In any case, we have full confidence in the state security. We were with them at Kumawu by-election. We were with them at Asin North by-election. And we saw what happened at Ablekumanov. Ablekumanov was 19 polling stations. Only one polling station. And you see, my brothers and sisters in MPP, they must be clear to themselves. It takes two to tango. It takes two to tango. When you have a predetermined mind that I'm coming to do so and so, then expect a reprisal from your action. When my sister Hawa Kumsin went to the polling station with pepper spray in her back, what was she thinking? What was her thinking?
Well, she was protecting herself.
What motive? Good. So that is why we're saying that you are expecting a reprisal. Because pepper spray is described as a dangerous weapon among the weapons that are not allowed during election process.
Okay.
If you look at the election security task force, it's one of the things they've listed, pepper spray. And so Hawa Kumsin, we are also insisting, should be arrested for holding and arming herself with dangerous weapon. That caused all this mess. So if you are saying that they should arrest those who be, then equally Hawa Kumsin should be arrested. Both, it takes two to tango. Because she was holding an illegal weapon. That caused all this. But Vivian, let me tell you, we are satisfied with the briefing that the security gave us today.
Okay.
They set up, they put out there. Clearly, it shows that they want to protect life and property at Akotia. And as a political party, the NDC, we are ready to comply with all the processes they have put in place. We are not bringing any a body outside to come and protect us. Because the security of the state is there. Why should we go and bring in other persons to come and
My brother
protect?
Tanko, you know that what you are saying is not true. You're lying. Myself and you
most,
know
Salam,
how we.
can I have my bite? You have your bite.
I
so
know you. I know how you
Tanko,
people operate.
land with that point, and then Salam, you
So
can
I'm saying
come in.
that we will go by the state security, and I'm sure now when you push them, they don't want to tell you where the state security is up to tax, and they will deal with anybody who comes there.
They say that during the Ablekuma North election, for example, most of the police officers stood by whilst some form of attacks were meted out onto their people. I mean, across board, there have been concerns over how the police reacted to some of the incidents we saw. Is that far-fetched for them to worry about that?
Vivian, go and play the footages, and you see that had it not because of the police, by now we would have been performing the funeral of Hawa Kumsen. Was it not the police who went and rescued her from the shackle when she started spraying the pepper spray on the face of the people? That led to her beating. The police came to her rescue. They should be thanking the Ghana police than rather chastising them for this. The police never stood aloof and allowed this thing to continue. Indeed, the police even went ahead to effect arrest. When we were with the police, the IGP today, he announced that this, by the close of the day, we were going to do more arrests. He announced it publicly to the hearing of all of us.
But hasn't it kept too long for the police service to arrest some of these perpetrators, especially because we saw a lot of them in the videos?
Oh, Vivian, that is why they are saying crimes doesn't have expiring date. Indeed, even our Deputy Justice Secretary made a statement, and today the MPP brought it over there when he said former appointee of Nana Akufo-Addo administration who will appear at Akotia will be arrested. They brought it there. The MPP brought it there and were crying foul over that statement. Of course, why do we arrest them? We are looking for them. Some of them have run into hiding.
But is that the place that you arrest them? Won't that cause other issues to arrest them during the election related to other issues?
Vivian, we are saying that when they appear in Akotia, that would be a very good environment to arrest them, because now we can't get them. The security is looking for them to arrest. Some of them have gone into hiding. Then Akotia by-election, they will move in there, and you think the state should not go and look for them and arrest them. They'll be arrested, of course. So those whose names have been penciled down to be arrested, when they appear in Akotia, of course they'll be arrested.
Okay,
he didn't announce that the police are the people who are going to arrest them.
Right.
Gandhi never mentioned
my
that.
final question to the two of you, time is up. Aside the security issues and all that, 30 seconds each, what are the preparations to ensure that you win?
Of course, Vivian, I can assure you, we are well prepared. We have deployed our teams into the constituency. We are training our people. Tomorrow, we are going to police the printing of the ballot papers. We have trained our people adequately for that. And we are training our officers who will monitor and supervise the processes throughout to the election day. That is what I want my colleagues in MPP to also do. They should invest in training. Otherwise, their officers will be going about messing up at the polling stations, asking questions that will trigger problems.
Okay.
And it's just because our colleague who went there and was asking questions that triggered that violence, that led to all these things. If they had trained her well to understand the electoral process, we won't be where we are.
Okay. Salam.
And so they should invest in that.
Right. Thank you, Tanko. Salam, your final words. You have 30 seconds, please.
So let me put this rightly, into context. Okay. When we're going to Ablekuma North, there was preponderance of remarks from NDC people that they are going to beat us, they are going to retaliate. What happened in Ayawa, West Wogon, and so on and so forth. So there were such remarks, such commentary made by NDC people. And we saw it happen. And I can tell you, knowing the NDC, they are very dishonest. We cannot trust them when they say they are not going to bring people there. You go there and the Azoka boys will be there. I know these people. I know them. We have worked over the period, and I can tell you that the NDC will bring tax. Okay. That is why we will not just get up and go there empty-handed, because the IGP has said they are going to give security and so on and so forth. I am saying that if the IGP and the police and the security system, do not effect arrest to ensure that the people who came to misbehave are put in check, then whatever is going to happen there, it is on their head, because we will not go there on the basis of mere words. In terms of preparation, we are well prepared. I can assure you that we are preparing a very good surprise for our brothers in the NDC. Since they lack candor, they lack empathy, how they handled Ernest Yakumi, handed him to death. We will go there and tell the people. I was in the constituency and I led a massive walk over the weekend, and people came. In fact, their own NDC people are those supporting our candidate, King Solomon.
All right.
Solomon Kwame Esumedu. Most people in the constituency, look, NDC people all have rallied behind King Solomon, ready to vote for him to become the next MP for Akwetia. And by the grace of God, God will not blemish the memory of Ernest Yakumi by bringing a traitor like their candidates to come and be the MP there. It will not happen by the grace of God.
All right. Thank you so very much, gentlemen. Salam Mustafa, National Youth Organizer of the MPP, as well as Rashid Tanko Computer, Deputy Director of Elections for the NDC. Meanwhile, the Electoral Commission has set Tuesday, September 30 for the by-election in the Tamale Central constituency following the passing of Murtala Mohammed Ibrahim. In a statement issued on Tuesday, the AC announced that the nominations will be received from September 8 to September 10, 2025, between the hours of 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. each day. The Commission is therefore urging all prospective candidates to comply with the required procedures, with the filing fee set at 10,000 Ghana cedis, while female candidates and persons with disabilities will pay a reduced fee of 7,500 cedis. Now, the Deputy Ranking Member of the Public Accounts Committee of Parliament, Kwame Gakpe, is demanding the immediate prosecution of civil servants cited in the Auditor General's report for embezzlement of public funds to serve as a deterrent to others. His call follows the case of a former accounting officer of the Czech Republic Commission, Kafui Kpoko, who refunded an embezzled amount of 31,600 euros. Gakpe insists that despite the refund, the officials involved must face penalties to discourage others from engaging in similar acts. Channel 1 News' Ni Ayikwe Okai with details.
The 2024 Auditor General's report has revealed that the head of Chancery at Ghana's mission in the Czech Republic, Sakrata Lamine Idrisu, together with a former accounting officer, Kafui Kofi Kpoko, made an unauthorized cash withdrawal of 5,000 euros from the mission's Eurobank account and 58,333 euros from its Czech Crown Bank account without proper accountability. Appearing before the Public Accounts Committee of Parliament, Kofi Kpoko disclosed that his share of the embezzled funds has since been recovered.
As a former accounting officer, you made rent deductions totaling 14,604.34 euros from the salaries of home-based officers without accounting for the deductions. Again, between November 2019 and March 2021, you made cash deductions totaling 17,020.61 euros from the salaries of local staff for the payment of tax, social security, and health insurance without accounting for the deductions. The cash deductions were also paid from the mission's Czech Crown Bank account for the same purpose. The total embezzled amount is 31,624.95 euros. Since you are here yourself, can you tell us when you will make that payment of the balance?
Please, the amount has been fully recovered. I've finished paying.
Auditors, can you confirm if the amount has been fully recovered?
Honorable, please, I can confirm that the amount of 8,086 has been fully recovered.
Despite the recovery, the deputy ranking member of the committee, Kwame Jujoli Gakpe, maintained that such officers must still be prosecuted to serve as a deterrent.
Time in time, you can see that a lot of corruption allude to politicians. It is only in this country that politicians are corrupt. But the civil servants, public service people are embezzling a lot of money in this country. And then for them, what do? They recommend refund the money. If the person refund the money, what is the deterrent to the people? People can have that locus that at the end of the day, when I embezzle money, they will ask me to refund. And for me, in my personal view, they must be cited for prosecution. Because that is what? Criminal. Money that belongs to state. You sign check, withdraw the money, put money into your personal account. It's unfounded. In any jurisdiction, they should have been picked up. But here we are, I'm not alone. It's a committee decision. But from my personal decision, I would have recommended for the prosecution, and I'm calling for the prosecution.
Meanwhile, the chairperson of the Public Accounts Committee, Abnosei Asari, cautioned that agencies that fail to provide supporting documents for expenses captured in the Auditor General's report will be held personally liable.
There was an agency that refused to give supporting evidence or vouchers to the tune of 175,000 Ghana cedis. Way after the Auditor General has presented the report, that was when they submitted those documents, and we invoked the protocol that was established by the previous Public Accounts Committee, and so the agency is liable to pay the 175,000 Ghana cedis. So clearly, if these documents were on site when the Auditor General came, it shouldn't have taken them 2-3 months to provide these documents.
Now, the Ministry of Transport has announced a joint operation with the National Security and the Lands Commission to carry out a massive demolition of structures encroaching on railway right-of-ways across the country in the coming days. The ministry reveals that portions of the buffer zones of railway lines are being illegally sold to encroachers by officials within the ministry. A development, it says, is under internal investigation for further action. Now, speaking during an inspection tour of the Accra-Tama Railway, the Minister for Transport, Joseph Bukari-Nikpe, cautioned persons occupying railway reserves to relocate ahead of the demolition exercise. Channel 1 News' Ni Ayuke Okai again.
The Minister for Transport, Joseph Bukari-Nikpe, together with the Member of Parliament and Municipal Chief Executive for Tema West and the Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Railway Development Authority, on Tuesday paid a weekend visit to sections of the Accra-Tama Railway line where private entities and individuals have encroached on the buffer zones. The team observed that a bridge beneath a section of the railway is heavily obstructed and struggling to manage the flow of water. The blockage has heightened fears that the bridge could collapse, posing danger to the railway line, which is still in active use. The Minister for Transport vowed to embark on a massive demolition of all unlawful structures erected along the right-of-way of the railway lines.
We are working with the National Security and we are going to work with the Lands Commission. There's going to be massive demolition of structures that are on the right-of-way of the Railway Development Authority. And when that is done, we will quickly get the Lands Commission to help us put titles to all our lands. I shouldn't miss words to say that it is from our own workers who are selling our lands to the encroachers. And that is one thing that we are dealing internally. We will not spare any of our workers. If we trace to see that you have sold our land, we will take you on. And you will be ready to settle whoever you have paid money from for us to have these public assets for the public use. We need to reserve something for all of us. Public use. These lands were secured by our first president, Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, for the use of public. Ask yourself, if you are just an individual seeking to take public lands for your own individual use, are you serving yourself good? Because you yourself and your family or whoever you have will also need to move. This is just to facilitate our movement and enhance our trade and tourism. Now you are blocking, and tomorrow it will get the opportunity to expand. Because of you, we can no more expand for the general public. I think that as Ghanaians, we should begin asking ourselves, we still have more land in this country. Why would you want to use that as is reserved for the general public? We want to caution that if you are on our right of way land, please begin to do your own movement before we come on you.
This is Channel 1 Newsroom, still to come. Government coupon payments and the domestic debt exchange program reach 19.4 billion Ghana cedis after fresh 9.7 billion Ghana cedi disbursement. We'll be right back. Do stay with us.
Mommy, good morning.
Good morning, my son. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Mom. How about you?
I'm fine.
Joe, I just saw your mom doing her usual morning routine. Like, it was just 2 weeks she underwent a major colon surgery.
Bro, see, my mom is doing perfectly fine, and we're all excited about it. It was minimally invasive surgery, and the recovery has been very fast.
Minimally? Hey! No, wait. What do you mean by that?
So they offered my mom a laparoscopic colon surgery. Laparoscopic colon surgery, which we accepted. It turned out it was equally safe with a very fast recovery time, and the cost involved too was very, very reasonable. She was discharged 3 days after the surgery, and you can see her, she's on her feet again.
3 days?
Just 3 days, bro.
Mean Tuber Hospital, first Ghana colorectal center, aimed to serve a peculiar health need.
Hey Ghana, so you people know Miss Brother Man Small. If you knew, it's your boy. Kill them all. But this time, I'm not only killing mosquitoes, I am killing the grades. See? This wouldn't have been possible if I didn't have the perfect mosquito-free atmosphere. Thank you, Out Insecticide. And yeah, Out Mosquito Coil. For a mosquito-free atmosphere, trust Out to... You are not serious.
Out Insecticide. Soya boa faha.
DSTV means choosing.
Amazing acting.
Face friending while streaming.
Front row at the gaming and super fanning while on the going. Winning. Binging and blockbustering. While others are white ricing, you're jolloffing.
This looks so good.
With something for everyone. Anything is possible when you're DSTVing. Start today with all sorts of packages to match your...
And you're welcome back to Channel 1 Newsroom. I'm Vivian Kai. Local next is Channel 1 Business with Natili Inete.
Channel 1 Business is brought to you by MTN and EcoBank.
How may I help you today?
We'd like to open a bank account.
Sign here, sign here, sign here, and here. And now you draw direction to your house. I need your thumbprint. And I'll need your birth certificate too. No, I need the original.
A lot has changed since you banked like this. So have we. We've made it easier than ever to open an account online and bank on the go through our mobile app, online banking, and more. EcoBank, a better way to bank your way.
Sign here, and here.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
So we'll bring you some business stories and tell it Nete Ajaho. Apologies, Mr. Ajaho. What's the business today?
Investors who participated in the DDP coupon payments have been made, and I think government is promising and he's fulfilling their promise of paying them.
We are waiting for everything to be clear so that some of us will get out.
That's true.
Or we are still waiting.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, give us details.
Now, the government has disbursed 9.7 billion Ghana cedis in coupon payments under the Domestic Debt Exchange Program, reaffirming its commitment to honoring debt obligations and strengthening investor confidence. With this transaction, total disbursements under the DDP in 2025 alone have reached 19.4 billion Ghana cedis. This report by Daniel Ojomensa has more details.
In a statement issued by the Ministry of Finance, the amount represents total payments of 9.7 billion cedis. With this transaction, total disbursements under the DDEP in 2025 alone have reached 19.4 billion cedis. According to the ministry, the successful coupon payment demonstrates government's unwavering resolve to meet the terms outlined in the Memorandum of Understanding signed under the exchange program. Officials believe the move will bolster fiscal credibility and investor confidence in the domestic debt market. As part of the 2025 mid-year fiscal policy review, government has also established 2 dedicated sinking fund accounts, a cedi sinking fund account and a US dollar sinking fund account, in line with the Public Financial Management Act 2016, Act 921. These funds are expected to serve as liquidity buffers to ensure the timely redemption of bonds maturing in 2026, 2027 and 2028. The ministry assured both investors and the public that all subsequent debt obligations, including those under the DDEP, will be honored in full and on schedule.
Now, the Ministry of Finance has inaugurated a 3-member Gold Tribunal to handle appeals related to decisions made by the Gold Board. According to the Sector Minister, Kasiela Tuforsen, the tribunal will address issues concerning licenses and the Dispute Resolution Committee. There's more in the following report.
Speaking at a brief ceremony to inaugurate the Gold Board Tribunal comprising Chairperson Biadela Morte Akpaji and members Hamidu Marian and Justine Huavrat Tiriwaja, Dr. Atuforsen stated that the tribunal will review appeals related to the Gold Board's decisions. He emphasized that the body would help ensure a fair and transparent process for individuals and entities affected by the Gold Board's actions. He also expressed confidence in the tribunal's ability to deliver effectively.
The tribunal shall be constituted to provide appeals regarding a decision made by the Ghana Gold Board, a matter relating to a license issue under this Gold Act, under this Gold Board Act, or a decision of the Dispute Resolution Committee. So your functions here are carved out in the Gold Board Act. I'm glad to inform you that His Excellency the President considers you competent enough to handle matters that will come before you, and will urge you to do your job diligently to be able to support the Ghana Gold Board to perform effectively to the benefit of the people of Ghana. So I want to, on behalf of the President of the Republic of Ghana, first thank you, and second to congratulate you for your appointment.
Chairperson of the Gold Board Tribunal, Biadela Morte Akpaji, assured the Ministry of Finance that the tribunal will carry out its mandate with diligence and integrity.
We know the circumstances under which we have been appointed, and particularly the passion with which the whole issue about gold and its extraction is evoking in the society. On behalf of my colleagues and I wish to firmly confirm that we will give our best to Mother Ghana and to His Excellency.
Well, the Ghana Revenue Authority is set to roll out a nationwide tax education campaign targeting the informal sector before the end of the year. The authority says the initiative will simplify complex tax concepts into clear, easy-to-understand language with the aim of improving compliance. Daniel Ojo-Mensah has more in this report.
At the third edition of the Society for Women in Taxation Conference 2025 in Accra, technical advisor to the Commissioner General, Elsie Appel, explained that the measure forms part of efforts to broaden Ghana's tax base.
The GRA is doing a number of things. In the coming days, the Commissioner General will be launching what we flagged sustain tax education. This is to break down tax education and information so that the uninformed, the semi-literate or the semi-educated person can understand what tax administration is in very clear and basic language. We are not going to look at very verbose language. It's not going to look at very grammatic technologies. But how can the woman in Abosokan, how can the woman in Mokola market or in Ho market, or the woman selling on the tabletop in my village, Sokode Bable, how will they understand that when they pay tax, it will affect them because their children will have better classrooms to learn from, their roads will be better for them, and their clinics will be more equipped with equipment to take care of them when they are sick.
Chairperson of the society, AC Sam, stressed the importance of sensitization in encouraging more women to meet their tax obligations.
This conference is about capacity building for members and the skills you obtain. And when you obtain that skills, you'll be able to educate it. Because I said, collecting tax is not just collecting tax, but the human face you attach to it is so important. Because if you attach the human face, when you go and the person has a challenge, and you talk to her nicely, you understand her, and definitely the urge to pay is higher than you go with a straight face. It's about time. And as a conference of such nature, we build ourselves up.
Now let's bring an update on how the currency is performing on the interbank market. And that's it for Channel One Business. I am Netelinete Ajao. Back to you, Vivian.
Thank you, Mrs. Ajao. See you at the other side.
Okay.
This is still the Channel One Newsroom. When we come back. Former England international Wayne Rooney calls for tougher sanctions as racism mars Premier League opener. We'll be right back to stay with us.
You look amazing. Have you discovered a new secret to staying healthy these days?
Actually, I have. It's called SOS Advance. It is a health supplement manufactured in the UK with 11 essential oils like frankincense, black seed, oregano, and neems, all powered by nanotechnology.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
What does it do?
SOS Advance supports your immune system against invading pathogens, including viruses, bacteria, and toxins. It also provides antioxidant effects to help combat free radicals and reduce oxidative stress on your body.
Wow, I really need this. Like, I've been feeling off lately, but I can't pinpoint exactly what the problem is.
Oh, easy. I think you should get it. You can find it at every pharmacy nearby.
There's a pharmacy here! Let's go! Thank you. I beg his woman's pain.
Pregnant and lactating mothers should contact their physicians. This advert is FDA approved.
In Ghana, West Africa, the mornings are somewhat, if not for the perfect companion. What a good day to start. Another day. It's always smiles knowing we are together. Work is always effective with Nasco home appliances. No wahala if the sun is up. We there for your appetite. Never a dull moment to go for something chill. Every jepa, I want Nasco fee. Nasco, bring home happiness.
Welcome back to Channel 1 Newsroom. I'm Vivian Kai. Local next is Channel 1 Sports with Bernard Abekotre. Bernard, welcome.
Thank you.
Good to see you. Look
Good. Thank you. Good to see you.
Thank you.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, I won't tell you what I was up
I
to.
love the energy you came to the office with today.
Yeah, you just want me to say something. I would say, but I'm a bit worried with your field, you know, because I was thinking that we've gotten to a point where at least racism in football should be much, much less.
Yeah.
Of course, because we hear everything now and then. But I'm surprised about what happened with
Yeah. This is 2025.
Yeah.
I mean, for Czechs, and it should not be happening. The opening game of the Premier League, it should not happen. I mean, we've come to accept that the game, you know,
unites. Take away all these racism
So
stuff.
I don't know. I feel there should be measures to not affect clubs directly, but the individuals who met out such behaviors. You know, they should be picked out of the facility, arraigned before court, and then, you know, if they have to serve a certain year,
serious stringent measures.
Absolutely. But let's get to
give us details.
Great. Now let's get into it. And former Manchester United striker Wayne Rooney has urged football authorities to introduce tougher sanctions on clubs, including heavy fines and point deductions to combat racism in the sport. His comments come in the wake of the latest racism incident in the Premier League's opening fixture of a 2025-2026 season, when Bournemouth's Ghanaian forward Antoine Semenyo was racially abused by a Liverpool supporter at Anfield. The 47-year-old man was arrested following the first half incident, which overshadowed Liverpool's 4-2 victory, in which Semenyo scored twice.
I think there has to be a huge education campaign in place. I think in the schools, we need to do more in the schools. You know, I think there has to be more done. There has to be more education for people to understand it. But I think in these occasions, it's you have to hit the clubs. In my opinion, I think that's the only way it's going to stop, because there's ignorance. The fans are still going to do it, and you have to hit the clubs, whether that's, you know, taking points off them or hitting the clubs the pockets and taking money away from them, because otherwise it's going to keep going. It's been going on for hundreds of years, and when you think you're seeing improvements, then all of a sudden it continues. So hopefully the right people sit down with the right organisations to try and get something serious in place.
Well, away from racism stuff, let's head to Spain now. An FC Barcelona forward, Marcus Rashford, has likened the remarkable rise of Barcelona's starlet, Lamine Yamal, to the legendary Brazilian striker Ronaldo Nazário. Yamal, who played a pivotal role in Barcelona's domestic treble last season, has quickly cemented his status as one of the brightest young talents in the world of football, and is now a strong contender for the Ballon d'Or. Rashford also opened up about his new journey since joining Barcelona, admitting the switch to La Liga has demanded patience and adjustment.
I think for his age, is the most talented player not only I have played with, but I have seen. I don't think I've watched a player with this type of impact. Maybe Ronaldo phenomenal, but to have this impact at a young age so consistently is unbelievable. The thing that is most surprising is he's very mature. The way he plays football and thinks about football, he's way beyond his age. So yeah, it's definitely exciting to play with him and a lot of other players as well. So listen, there's a lot of things for me to look forward to. But in the same time, I am adapting and change of scenery, atmosphere. tempo football. So.
But that's all for sport, and I am Bernard Abegochi. Over to you, boss.
Reminds me of my friend's daughter who, when she sees you with saying Bernard, and she's so excited. So she's watching now.
Yeah, it's coming.
She says hi.
Yeah, and I love it.
Thank you, Bernard. Right, that's it for today's edition of Channel One Newsroom. Visit our website, channel1newsonline.com, for information on our top stories and more. You can also subscribe to Channel One TV on YouTube for more exclusive video content from Channel One TV. Or download Channel One TV app on Google Play Store and the App Store. I am Vivian Kai Loco. Many thanks for watching. Bye-bye.